Hi Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here I am. Oh, this is the last floor, or the first floor actually. So I did the third and second, and now I'm on the first because I always like to go downhill. Psychological. But anyway, so I went over the first two floors. I used this pad, which is the green stripe rayon polypropylene loops here, and then I followed that up with this Ironman, so it pulled up more. Then I did the second floor, or the second floor, and pulled that up, and then I went over it with the B side of this one and pulled that up. So the Ironman definitely pulled up more soil. And then I just cleaned this floor, and I used, this is a green stripe, but this is the AstroTurf, and this is polyester fiber, and this of course is the AstroTurf. And I did think that it cleaned this carpet, this floor, better, faster. The AstroTurf really works well at scrubbing the stains out and everything. I felt that it was actually doing at least, it was cleaning faster, which usually means it's cleaning better. But anyway, we're going to go over the floor now with the Ironman pad. This is a new Ironman pad, so this was the worst floor. Go back to that previous video and you see just how many awful stains were on this carpet. But they've all come out, at least they appear to be out, which means they're out actually. And so we're going to go over it with this Ironman pad, and we'll see what we get. I won't need to go, exactly wall to wall with this, of course. This is just to go over the traffic areas, as it were. I am feeding down a little bit because the carpet isn't really not that wet, so you have to again add a bit more solution. Not as much as if I was just using the Ironman without having pre-cleaned it. So this is like a two-step cleaning on this carpet, which is pretty well, it's to be expected anyway, because this carpet is really bad. So the fact that I'm doing a two-step is not a big deal. It needs it. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, I did, the last video, I tripped a breaker down there. But I went down to the electrical room because it's open, and opened up the box, and now I have no idea which one it would be. They're not marked. There's no number on the outlet, which would be really helpful if there was, but there isn't, so oh well. think I can make this work. This wire behind me. So this, starting from right here, there was a whole series of very nasty stains on this carpet, and they are all gone. This is the only job I have today. Usually when I do a job like this, I'll only do the, that's all I'll do. Basically, my policy is, if I do about $1,000 or more in one job like this is, that's all I'm going to do that day anyway. Don't need to do any more than that. And I do that a lot, actually. In fact, that's probably my normal day, is at least that. Actually. It's kind of amazing, to think that I usually make a certain amount more in one day than I used to make in a month back when I started working when I was 17 or 18 years old. Pretty crazy. And we're pretty consistent at that because, we've been operating for over 30, well, we're in our 30th year now, I guess, so. We've got a lot of repeat, a lot of referral, and when people go looking for carpet cleaning, when they actually go looking and trying to research stuff, they almost always will end up choosing us. Boy, the stains are. I actually was a little bit concerned when I saw these stains because, you don't know. But wow, this has gone extremely well. I should have taken a photograph. Oh well. I have the video. Oh, we're at the end. Now, can I reach from the other direction? That's the question. I think I should be able to. Oh, okay, there's a few inches there. But let's see. See what we can see here. I think I can. Okay, okay. we'll go down there and work my way back this way. That's better. You know, I was just thinking that sometimes what some guys will do is they'll put a collar, let's use a hose clamp, on your tube where your clamp is sliding up and down, so that you have your handle kind of preset, where you just lower it down and then it hits that collar or hose clamp. That'll work too. And that theoretically sounds like a good idea, but the problem is that there are situations where you actually might want to have your angle a little bit more or different than what you normally would have it. For example, there's times when I'm in the home, particularly, where I need to lower the handle, lower than normal, in order to get underneath something. So although that's theoretically a good idea, in actual practical terms, it really isn't. Actually. But, you know, for commercial it wouldn't be so critical. But the problem is if you do run into the situation where for whatever reason you have to lower your handle lower than you normally would, well then it kind of it would be a pain in the butt. Although probably wouldn't happen very much, but anyway, I just don't think it's that critical. I actually did try it for a little bit, and I realized, this doesn't quite work. It didn't really matter with the MD180 that I had there, or have still, because of the way the handle release happens. And this one, my residential Centaur, which has the handle release up top, it's just very easy to adjust it instantly anyway, so this one's a little bit more awkward because I got to bend over and whatever, although it's really not a big deal, at least for commercial work, because you don't do that very much. Once you're set, you go, and you go for, well, sometimes for hours actually. So am I gonna reach? I just have to get in front of that doorway there. Oh, yeah, I think so. I got some slack back there. Good. Oh, this was the worst stained up area in the whole building right here. So I did want to run that Ironman over there for sure. We got all those nasty stains out. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I think that's as far as I went. So let's wrap it up and we'll take a look at that pad. So it was basically a two-step on these hallways, which, considering the way they looked, it was really not unreasonable to expect that. I could have used a fiber pad and then an Ironman, which is what I think I used, how I cleaned it the last time. So basically I did a two-step then as well. But this time I used the green stripe pads, and I like the way the Astro works. And it's absorbing and transferring soil out as well, as opposed to the fiber pad, which does scrub really well, but doesn't really remove much. It does a little bit, but not really. Anyway, let's take a look and see what we think of this. Eh? And the answer is, ooh. Well, interesting. All right, it needed the two-step for all the floors, because this was bad. So that's to be expected when you're doing a floor that is in such really atrocious shape, actually. So, but I think we've had success. Now I have the stairwells to do, and then I'll be done. So anyway, I'll let you go. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.